The Prime Minister has told councils in England to get on with the job of fixing the country's pothole-plagued roads with a cash boost of £1.6 billion. But is it enough? Joining us now is Mark Morell, a.k.a. Mr Pothole, who has campaigned for road improvements for the past 11 years. Thanks for joining us, Mark. Is it enough? Is this going to be enough? Is this going to solve our pothole crisis across the country?
No, it's a drop in the ocean. We've got a £16.3 billion backlog in carriageway maintenance, and you know the money they're talking about back in 2020-2021, it was £1.78 billion by the previous government, and the year after that, the deterioration of our roads got worse by £2.2 billion. So it's a complete joke. You know, you look at the road behind me here and see these potholes. No point in repairing those. They're not going to last. It needs resurfacing. Not unless government invest an extra £3 billion a year, index-linked, into resurfacing our roads, will we make any difference? Because we're wasting hundreds of millions of pounds fixing potholes. We see poor quality repairs, and when we see good quality repairs in a road like that, they won't last because structurally it's unsound. And in 15 years' time, if they do not do this, 51% of our roads will be structurally unsound. You know, it's platitudes, it's smoke and mirrors. And to be honest, I just don't think any politician will ever face the fact that we need to actually spend this money. It's costing the UK economy £14.4 billion a year through badly maintained roads. So invest to save, and it will make a massive difference in the longer term. But I'm afraid politicians don't seem to think about long term in this country. It's too short-termism, and to be honest, I'm getting fed up with them.
Mark, so just explain, if they were to fill in these potholes, how long do they last then? Are you saying, I mean, when you say short term, how long is that?
Well, in this location, if they did a repair, it might last months if you're lucky, because on this junction particularly, you need to take out the whole junction and resurface it. The structure, not only the wearing surface, the base course below it's gone, and even some structural defects. So if you do repairs on it, a bit like if you have a fill-in at the dentist, if they don't drill back to get to a good tooth, you don't get a decent fill-in. And it's the same sort of analogy with the roads. And this junction is particularly dangerous because we've seen cars drive on the other side of the road on a junction to try and avoid them. Now, you know, that could be catastrophic for someone.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen a fair few potholes, and as you say, it's not just sort of the risks that it puts people at, it's also the cost, isn't it? The damage to people's vehicles, and hugely frustrating for everybody when, you know, wherever you go, wherever you drive around the country, you will see potholes.
Yeah, exactly. And cyclists are very vulnerable because, you know, these potholes full of water, a cyclist may go through them not expecting them to be like they are. You know, they're over 4 inches deep in places. And, you know, it's reported that one cyclist a week is killed or seriously injured as a result of potholes. And over 70 motorcyclists are killed or seriously injured each year through badly maintained roads. So there's a human cost, there's a financial cost, also the cost of the economy. So I do not believe that there isn't an economic case to actually prove that you can invest in our roads, because, you know, if you're going to maintain an asset that's vital to the UK economy, then you should be putting money into it instead of wasting billions of pounds on other things that they choose to do. I mean, £22 billion for carbon capture that apparently has never worked anywhere. In the meantime, our roads are falling to pieces, and it's impacting people. You know, hundreds of pounds of repairs when the economy's like it is and people's money's not available.
OK, well, listen, thank you for your thoughts this morning. That's Mark Morell, otherwise known as Mr Pothole.